Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent, teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube face station. My face doesn't usually look this bad. I use some FUDEX and the damn thing turned my face red as hell. You can call me red face. You're not going to go ahead and bother me at all. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking to you about the offer and compromise. You're going to stay with me because you just want to see if this face is going to come off. Anyway, listen, I'm a former IRS agent. I know you don't believe that. I was a teaching instructor with IRS. I worked at IRS for a decade. I am a national expert, our national red face expert. And I can't even say this, offer and compromise expert. I've worked a lot of offers. Peter Salinger, my office has worked over 3,500 offers and compromise. The two of us are really two of the nation's leading experts in offers and compromise. And today I'm going to talk to you today about the offer and compromise code and how to settle your debt with the Internal Revenue Service. I'm going to go over some highlights and aspects and some points of that. I do this so much. If you're going to file an offer and you don't have the money, listen to me. If you have the money, you need to hire somebody like us who knows what they're doing. There's a lot of shysters out there. There's a lot of people who are going to rip you off. I know on this phone I get all the calls from people who've been ripped off by Optum and some of the other bigger companies. The offer and compromise, first of all, you should go to the IRS pre-qualifier tool to find out if you're qualified. The pre-qualifier tool is put out by IRS. Go to irs.gov, pre-qualifier tool for the offer. It kind of gives you some good basic information. The offer and compromise is about planning, looking at your financial statement. A professional can make it better, so you're going to pay the lowest amount that you can. Part of the offer and compromise code is really not filing the offer as soon as someone calls you, but looking at the financial statement and say, if we wait a month or two, can we make it better? By the way, your offer is not going to be worked for at least a year. Just so you know, if you're looking for a quick fix, the offer is not going to be the way to go. Even when I was working at IRS, they took some time. A bunch of people have to sign off on it, and there's so many in the queue. It's just going to take a long time, so you know this. You want to make sure all your tax returns are filed. IRS isn't going to work the case. You want to make sure you're current on your withholding or estimate payments. If they're not going to go ahead and work your case. You'll want to make sure your offer is filled out correctly. If it's not, they're not going to work the case. You want to make sure the 656 form, the 433A OIC, or the 433B OIC is filled out correctly, or they're not going to work the case. The offer and compromise is a complicated procedure. It doesn't have to be, but IRS has made it this way. The two things that you've got to be aware of are very simple. IRS is going to look at your assets and what the value is, and they're going to look at your income, and they want to know what is the value of your income to IRS. Basically, if you have $500 left over a month, IRS is going to multiply that by the life of the statute, and that's what your income is worth. IRS just basically adds the two together. The key for the offer and compromise is knowing the national standards. If you don't know what the IRS National Standards Program is, and you want to settle any debt or put it in hardship or make a payment, if you don't know the IRS National Standards Program, you're just going to be screwed, and don't even bother to do this. So if you are going to go ahead and do this yourself, then go ahead and research the national standards and know it well. If you're going to hire someone, I'm going to be honest, our team is made up of former IRS agents. We know the system. We settled case. We close cases. We know exactly what's going on. We don't file offers, by the way, we can't get through, just so you know. You should have, when you hire a firm, they should be able to tell you exactly what IRS is going to settle for. We can. Anyway, give me a subscription. Now you know the offer code, how to go ahead and settle your debt. If you're going to do it, hire a pro like us, or you're going to have a hard time. Thank you. Give me a subscription. I really needed to get rid of my red face. Thank you.